I'm Simon de Pury, I'm an auctioneer, I'm a DJ, I'm a collector, I'm passionate about art.
I'm Jean Pigozzi. I was born too long ago and I started collecting when I was a kid. Stones from beaches and horrible little stamps and all that. And then I started becoming more serious when I was at Harvard. I started buying a few things. I went to this show, it's called Les Magiciens de la Terre, which was about 25 years ago, where I saw contemporary African art and I started a real collection then.
To a young collector and an old collector, I would give the same advice, is see, and see. Spend as much time as you can going to museums, galleries, art fairs, auctions, and just look as much as you can. It sharpens your eye, and then automatically the good stuff sticks up to you. I love juxtapositions and unexpected combinations, and also high and low. When you have only very expensive art in the collection, it's also boring. What is nice is maybe a fabulous, very expensive masterwork, but maybe nearby something completely inexpensive, but original and visually arresting.
So you have to choose what you want to collect. And then you really have to do your homework. You have to read, you have to go to hundreds of museums, hundreds of galleries. It takes a long, long time. You have to be very, very dedicated. And if you don't have a real passion, and if you don't know what you're collecting, if you start collecting just for improve your social status, to meet other people, that I find it ridiculous. That's the only advice I can give. The real collectors, they wake up in the middle of the night and say, I need that piece, I can't sleep. You know, they go, the curators at 5:15 in the afternoon, they go home and think about other things. The real collectors don't dream until they have the piece, or they find a way. They say, well, perhaps if I kill my aunt, I'll get some money to buy this piece.
I love both fairs and auctions, and I think it's essential to attend both because the primary market needs the secondary market and vice versa. When you sell something privately, the only way you justify the price you're asking for it is a price that was obtained for a similar work at auction, and vice versa. When I get near an auction room, I guess it must be like a gambler when he gets closer to the casino. You suddenly get very, very excited. It's far too complicated to go to a city and then go to each individual gallery, and you waste half of your day. It's just so much easier when you have it all at your fingertips.
I don't really like auction. I get excited. I rather like fairs. I can go and touch the things. I can negotiate the price with the dealers. I get excited. I scratch my nose. The auctioneer thinks and then they know your name. I meet him. He said, Pigozzi, you could buy that thing there. You know, it's the auctioneer knows you. That's terrible. What I buy, which is Japanese, young Japanese and African, never comes up at auction. So my life is very easy with the auction.
Johnny was well ahead of his time by starting this collection of African art, because he has now the most important collection of African art. You cannot study it without going to the Pigozzi collection.
It's very difficult to bring kids to museums. They usually get completely bored. But I think there's a way to bring them to see shows that are more fun and more things. So that's, I think, that should be done. And then obviously there's some great programs on the internet and things.
You know, in the old days, for a young artist to get attention, the only way was he had to know the right people in the art market. Luckily today, there are so many different ways you can get attention. Whatever gets you to it, through whatever channel, every channel is legitimate. One is street art, one is through television, one is through social media. There are many, many ways. And so we should not be scared of expressing what we feel about certain things.